Welcome, Conjurers, I'm Dicebag, and this is Crytures, my monster collecting tabletop RPG. This video in particular is part of a live stream from my personal channel where I'm running a West Marches style campaign every month. This time around, the party decided to take a break from creature hunting, so they're going out to explore to see what they can find in the wilderness. Alright, can you guys hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Alright, we are live. Hello, viewers. This is Dicebag, artist, game designer, world builder, and occasional VTuber, and we're back with more Creatures playtesting. And with me, who do we have here? Sound off. Cat.
I am Cat with a Mouse, loyal viewer, now participant, and I bring two characters to our little party. Your lovable Ed, son of Edward, and the smart and very beautiful Cara Lee.
Yes.
And I am what?
Go ahead.
Right, sorry. Want to make sure I wasn't interrupting one. I am once again, as always, Hunter, aka the Ultra American TTRPGer, playing once again your beloved yet misfit Red Wizard Richard and his awesome but sometimes lazy Dorkish.
Alright, so Cat, are you bringing both Ed and Kara along with us?
Yeah, I believe Ed would have probably sent a message bragging about his victory in the field, and Kara would have probably replied saying, "How interesting, allow me to assist," and she'll have come right out.
Alright, so this time around...
Eager to get in the field.
This time around, you guys are not hunting down the nest from before, but going out to do some exploration. So, are you guys like all stocked up at this point?
For the most part, I believe I am.
Alrighty.
Yep.
So basically, if we're gonna be doing exploration, we got like two modes that we can deal in. We can deal in travel, where you're moving through multiple hexes in a day and just kind of picking out what you come across and noting that down. And then we've got the full-on exploration mode, where you just spend a day exploring a single hex and trying to find everything that's in there. So I'm gonna leave it up to you, like which direction you're gonna go and which mode you're gonna engage in.
Fine with just picking a hex and exploring it.
Ed would definitely be the lick the finger, point to the wind, go cross-eyed a bit, and go that way. Then Kara just holds him by the collar. No, let's
Spoiler alert,
wait.
he does that for no reason.
Yeah, you can see that Kara is Ed's handler for the Magi.
Let's see, once again I need to find my weather tables.
You
Hold on
always
for a second.
lose those weather tables.
I do always lose the weather tables, that's why I keep forgetting to use them.
The weather is forever changing.
It's like we say in the South, just wait 5 minutes.
Hell, around here we had a freaking tornado warning for a whole 30 minutes.
Oh jeez.
I had flash flooding.
And then I went out and got Hardee's.
It's like, tornado warning, must be Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh well. Let's see. Oh man.
Excuse me.
That's not it. Oh, here we go. Oh no, wait, that's the table for past weather. Holy hell, where the hell did I put this stuff? I need to sit down and organize this better. You know what? Screw it. No weather. We'll try it later once I'm more organized. It's clear,
so
bright, and
basically
sunny.
a normal day. Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, which direction are you guys heading in? You should have like
I guess-
tool tips for the hexes that are on there already. If you hover over it.
Let's see. There's the Westwoods. Two different Westwood camps. Open, deep, and then the middle area we don't have anything about yet.
Yeah, that's your base. That's the town.
Oh, we're in the middle. Okay.
Right.
All right. Sorry, I wasn't zoomed in enough to know.
Here. We'll
All
put
right. Let's go. Oh yeah, that would be helpful.
So each different biome, like the deep woods and the wet woods, they all have like a different density. So deep woods is like a density of 8. Wet woods and open woods are density 7. So density kind of affects how far you can travel or how much stamina it takes to travel through a thing. And also how much you'll actually find in there and kind of the relative danger of the place.
It's like I almost want to, just because there's 6 hexes, I almost just want to roll a D6 and make it a random chance.
I was gonna suggest a D4 for the 4 cardinal directions.
That could also be a thing too. Hold on. So, well, there's 6 hexes. The D6 one makes a little more sense to me. So starting with the first open woods would be 1, second 2, first wetwood 3, second wetwood 4, deep wood 5, and the last deep wood skillness 6.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! We're walking back to the deep woods, towards the skittle nest.
Going back to where you know, apparently. Alright. So, exploration is going to be handled a lot like the tracking, where you're gathering clues.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And of course, you got several different actions to kind of help you gather clues to find different types of features and landmarks. But of course, if there is no feature of a specific type, then your clues are going to be wasted if it's a specific type like that. So, shall we, I guess, put everybody in the turn order?
Like, you want us to roll for turn order, or do we just want to figure out like what order we're going in?
I'm just adding them myself here.
I gotcha.
You guys can figure it out which order you want to, what's your marching order and what all that is. Who's taking up the front?
You can see
I think-
Ed just raring to go.
Ed
I think
wants-
Ed's going to be like going off in the front with the handler behind him and me trying to catch up.
All right.
Yeah, Ed's like, to victory! Kara, Ed, no! Ah.
It's like, hold up, I'm not a fast runner.
All right. So you're off back into the deep woods. to explore it and figure out what exactly is there, besides all the Skittles, of course.
See, every time we say Skittle, I keep thinking Skittles, and I picture like Skittle, like candy-colored insects.
You just gotta say it with like a retard accent. Skittle.
Oh, jeez.
So like Ed.
Like Ed.
Skittles.
So Ed named them all. That's how all these creatures got their names.
At least some of them.
All right.
Alright, so Ed's starting us out. So, what exactly is he going to be doing with his turn?
He'll do what he knows, which is his tracking. Which is sense plus zoology. So that is 7d10s. Plus 1 because of his wild child.
Alright, what are we shooting for here? Let's see, we got... You also get a +2 roll modifier for the specific actions, or the specific clues.
Oh, that was... Right, that was a +1, so...
So that's a +3 altogether on your rolls, and you got 7, 5, 2, 8, 2, 3, 4. Deep Woods is density of 8, so you need a 5 or higher to hit. So 1, 2, 3... 3 successes there? Alright, let me clean up the text from before and we'll write things out. So what's this? Animal clues?
Yes.
Okay, I'm very particular about the colors I put on my map here, so give me a second.
Yeah, it's sort of Ed's in Bloodhound Moan Kara's trying to hold the leash, like, Ed, please, watch it, careful! I bet Richard's just laughing, looking at everything.
Alright, 3 animal clues. Now, Psychic gets her turn here. Unless you want to do a passive action.
Ed would be too engrossed in tracking to do any passive actions.
Alright.
Psychic's passive action would definitely be to look out. And she would just do a simple scout. Agility plus observation, which is 4d10, and that includes the +1 of wild child, or is that irrelevant?
You know what? I think we're gonna not apply the conjurer bonuses to the creatures anymore.
Alright, makes sense, but that's still 4d10.
Alright, what's that? That's only 1 success. Alright, let me get my generic clues written up here. Hopefully I can edit these easily.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the last time? Ruin clues, okay. Alright. 3 animal clues, 1 generic clue, and That's all for that turn. So Carolee is up next for hers.
And she is going to just do a nice little look around, sort of the anime moment of sparkles as the hair flies in the wind as she spirals looking around, and then she does the study action. She's going to study.
Alrighty.
Intellect plus history. She has 0 history, so that's just 4d10 plus 2.
Alright, that is 1 success. Uh-oh. Looks like I can't edit the things after I've already put them on the thing.
No, jeez.
Oh well, I'll just draw them on. 1 ruin clue. We'll make tally marks here. There we go. Alright, you can see some evidence of previous inhabitants. And of course there's tons of animal tracks in this place. Also, you think you see some humans. Human tracks too. From Ed, looking around.
Probably just a bunch of our tracks from the last time we were like exploring around the place.
Could be, could be. So is Creebean gonna do anything?
Creebean is going to join Ed in the tracking. So that's zoology, which is another 4d10 with a plus 2.
Alright, that is 1 success. 4, 1, 5, and 9. So you're 4 with the animal clues, 1 generic, 1 ruin. Now you already know there's a skittle nest here, so we're counting that as already discovered. You kind of figured it out last time.
Then maybe Ed might be on edge because of the gum pillars he tried to communicate with but attacked him.
And once you have 5 clues, you can go ahead and spend them to uncover a feature.
Which is probably what Legume is going to do, as he is the curious type.
Alright. So I assume you're spending the 4 animal clues and the generic one?
Correct.
Let's knock these off. Alright, you do find, after you follow the tracks enough, you find the location of a human settlement of tribesfolk here. It's a pretty small one. So, if they're there, you can go ahead and talk to them. Maybe they'll know something. Or, I don't know, they might not like you. Who knows?
Legume would probably jump up and down, calling to Kara, going, "Cree, cree, cree, cree," and point with his spear towards the group he discovered.
Alright, well, Richard's turn is up.
All right. I guess we could just search for some more clues right now.
Are you gonna leave the tribesfolk alone?
I don't think Richard would be thinking about bothering them just yet. So sense, observation, only 4 dice. Keep forgetting I made Richard very much average to like test how far I could do with this game. So I just made him a very average dude.
Nothing wrong with being average.
All right.
Oh wait, I can edit the things. Okay, I figured it out. Alright, you just doing the scout action, or?
I was search for clues.
You using the tracking rules there?
Yeah, the search for clues. Sensible observation. I rolled 2 dice.
Okay, we're in the exploration
Need 4
mode.
dice. Oh, I thought we were doing tracking.
No, tracking is one of the actions you can do under exploration.
Okay, hang on. Okay, so agility plus observation, then hold on. Observation 1, agility. Okay, it's still 4 dice either way, so that roll's still good. For
Alright.
generic clues. Yeah, for scout.
That would be 0 successes, unfortunately.
Ooh. Alright.
The deep woods is pretty dense. So, Torkish can take his turn.
Let's see, what would I have Torkish do? I think I would. Let me see here. Well, the question is, do I have some of these other things that I need? Which I don't think I do. Let's see about maybe.
I'll go ahead and add the camp to the tooltip, by the way.
Let's just see if I can. Torkish can survey. So it'll be plus. I think I don't have survival, so it'll only be his intellect I'm rolling then.
All right.
So it's only 2 dice for Torkish.
All right, that is 1. So that's a nature clue, right? Yeah.
Let me. That says for survey gathers nature clues with the +2 roll modifier is what it says.
Right. So the 6 hits with the +2. You need an 8 in total to score a success on this.
Oh, do you add them together? They're not individual dice rolls?
They're individuals. It's just that you get the +2 roll modifier. So that's
okay.
applied to each die that you roll. Alright, so if that's the end of the turn, we will roll for an encounter. That's about an hour of exploration for you guys. And let's see. The coast is clear. You're not seeing any creature activity or anything coming around to you other than, the tracks. But you know what those are. Alright, so next round, Ed is up.
Ed would probably look where Legume is pointing and try and do a survey.
Alright.
That is 3d10 plus 3.
Oof. That's not so good. That's a crit fail.
Yeah, he would have had his head looking along the spear and just fallen face first into the mud while following the spear and tripping over his own feet. Whoop!
Oop.
I'm in the mud.
Alright. Ed has ruined one of the clues, so we're gonna knock one off of your nature clues for the critical failure. Good job, Ed. You did. Richard did think he heard some the trickle of water from before, but all the commotion has made him lose it.
It's like, dang it, Ed!
Sorry. It's like Chris will probably just jump up onto Ed's boat, which is currently in the air, and then do a little survey, try and get some of those nature clues back.
Alright.
It's just like survival. One survival. So that's another 3d10 plus 2. That's a little better.
That is a little better. That is one success. What was this, a survey?
Yes.
Alright. So one more nature clue there.
Yeah,
Back up where you
Crystal
were.
would have found the clue that Ed accidentally removed.
She's got the keen cat ears. She can pick up on that trickle of water from before.
Yeah.
Alright. Now, Carolee.
She'll do a little bit of scouting herself, which is a 0 roll modifier, but 5d10.
That is one success.
She's still doing her pretty twirl, but now she's starting to get a little dizzy.
Not gonna lie, this is going a little slower than I anticipated.
Nothing wrong with fleshing out your characters.
Alright, Creebean, is he gonna do anything?
Creebean is going to, having found this group, he is going to try and track a path to them.
Oh, you already know where the camp is at. You can go there whenever you want.
Then he would probably then just do a general scout after getting Kara's attention, which is just 2d10 for the bean.
Oof. No successes. 3 and 3.
Yeah, he's focused on making sure she's standing upright.
Alright, Richard is up.
Yep, let's do... So, we can see this village that you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, you can see it. You know where it is. You can go talk to him if you want.
I guess there's nothing really else to do here, so let's, I guess Richard and Torkish will make their way down towards this village.
Alright. So, they're a little surprised to see other people hanging around. It's not a very big camp, probably only about 10 guys and girls. So they greet you a little standoffishly, like wondering what you're doing out here.
Do they look like, I'm trying to, like, do they look like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, are they like tattered clothes and all that, or they look like, what do they look like?
They got like these primitive blue robes that they're wearing. They got, you know, basic weaponry, like they got a campfire going, they got a few tents hanging around.
Right. I guess I would just, if they, I guess we could, I guess I can understand, I guess they speak English, I guess, would be the question to ask.
They speak a close enough dialect to you guys that it's not going to be a major obstacle.
Alright, I would just kind of ask them, like, what are y'all doing out here?
Okay, well, the guy you assume to be the leader comes up and starts talking. He says, we are just out here gathering what we need before we move on to our next seasonal location. What brings you out here?
I will kind of, I'll wave my hand back to Ed, and what was your other character's name, Ed? Leon?
Kara Lee.
Yeah, to Ed and Kara Lee, it'd be just like, oh, we're just kind of out exploring. We know there was a Skittle nest not too far from this area a while back, but we're trying to avoid that for the time being. We're just trying to get a better sense of what else is out here.
Okay, he says, oh, you know about the Skittles. They've been...
Ed just looks up, covered in mud. We fought them and saw the gum pillars.
He says, oh, so you've been fighting them too. We've had trouble with them, but it seems like there's fewer of them around lately.
Oh, really? What makes you say that?
Well, we haven't encountered them as much since last week.
That's interesting.
So are you from the settlement?
We are.
I was about to say, I assume he's talking about the city in the middle of the area.
Yes, the colonists, the settlers.
Yep.
Thought so. You don't look like you're part of the tribes.
It's like Richard looks down at his like red robes, looks back at him, and resists the urge to say, "What gave that away?"
Kara Lee would then walk up and say, we're just exploring the woods. I heard about the nest from my friend Ed here and wanted to see what was going on. I wasn't expecting other people.
Well, we of the tribes are all over the Vivid Vale, so I'm sure you'll find more of us as you explore, but what exactly are you looking for out here?
I just kind of shrug my shoulders and...
Kara does the same, sort of shifting between her heels. Oh, just looking around. This is my first time really exploring anything, so I'm just having fun.
yeah, we're just kind of just looking around for now, just seeing what's out there. Not really, nothing in particular we're looking for at the moment.
Ed shakes off the mud like a dog.
It's like, dang it, Ed! Not on the robes!
Robes are made to be dirty.
Alright. So he says, well, if you need to know anything, we'll be here. We've been around this part of the land for a while, so we might be able to help if you're in need.
Alright. It's like, we will keep that in mind. Thank you very much.
Kara politely bows. Your offer is very much appreciated. We will definitely take you up on it when the time comes.
Alright, I'm gonna wrap up the episode here. Thanks for watching, and since you made it this far, don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But most importantly, leave me some feedback in the comments. The game is still in development, so I'd like to hear what people think. And if you want to see more, I've got all these sessions on a playlist that you can watch back to back. There's also a bunch of links in the description for other places that you can find creatures. So, until next time, farewell, conjurers, and may you walk the waking dream.